Hello, so in this video we will be looking at the JavaScript framework for automation. So this framework is based on Playwright APM in the language JavaScript using Node.js. So to first of all for the setup we need to have Node.js in your system. Apart from that you will need VS Code, and in VS Code you will need an extension named as Cucumber. So this is the extension you will need. You need to install it, and in the settings of this extension, go to settings.json for glue, and in if you check the readme file, so we have to add this line in the glue settings. So this is what is added over here. After that after that you have to clone the project, and once that is done, use this npm install include dev command to install the project, and then to install Playwright you need to run this command. Then you should be able to run the code using the command npm run watch. So now let's check the framework. So first of all, let's close this and let's close the readme file and the settings. Now, so first of all, as this is a Cucumber based framework, we will need to create a feature file. So if you see in the test folder, there is a folder named as feature. So based on different specifications of the thing you are working on, you can create separate folders in it, and in it you can add your feature file. So let's just create a new folder named as demo. Let's just create a new folder named as demo, and in it we can create a new feature file called as demo.feature. So as the format of the feature file is, first we will name the feature demo. Let's just name it demo, and then the scenario, open website and fill form. Now we can add the steps. So it starts, so when we are automating for the web part of anything, then we have to start with the line given user is on web app. So this is a predefined step. So when you are trying to add a start a scenario, so always remember to start a scenario with user is on web app for the website. Then after that there is a list of predefined steps which we can use so that we don't have to write any code. So there is if you see, there is a library folder. In this there is a predefined steps.feature file. So here is the list of predefined steps which are already there in this framework. So using this, if you use this, the coding in the background for these steps is already done. So you don't need to add new code for it. Just simply you can use the steps directly. So let's just try that out. So first of all we need to open the website. and user so user navigates to URL name we can give. So let's just say pick up a URL. Let's just use this URL for the demo. So we will be using this URL to run demo validation, demo form. So let's remove this ad. So let's just add this URL over here. So now if I run the code, it should open the Chrome and it should run the website. Let's check if it is doing that or not. Let me remove the tags. So to run any test case, right, it should have a tag of @run. So let me add this tag over here, @run, and run the command npm run test implementation. Let's set the head list false is fine. Yeah, so let's run it. In default.json, this implementation will turn to false. Then let's run the command npm run test implementation. So it opened the website. So without adding any new code, we are able to open the website using the predefined steps. So let's continue on that. So we, in the scenario, we said we want to open website and fill form. So we have opened the website. Now we want to fill the form. So after that, so there are multiple ways we can store this value. So first of all, we can directly put in the value whatever we want to enter over here. Another way is so user navigates to, we can store the values in a file called default.json. So here, see, URL is saved over here, right? We can use it from here also. So to use the value from default.json, we will do $symbol web dot, what was the name, URL. So if we run this, it should be opening the same website demo form. Let's check if it is working or not. See, it picked up the value from there. So we are able to pick up the value from default.json. So another thing you can do, if you want to so let's just say the website changes for different user, website URL or the data which you want to enter changes for different users. So there is, if you see in default.json is located in user data file, user data folder. So you can create your own folder as well and store the value there. So let's just say in user.json also you want to store the value, right? And you save this value in user.json, and you want to use it from here instead of default.json. So what you will do, npm run test implementation, and the readme file you will see So we can put npm username like this. So the username is for this file is user.json, right? So username will become user. So this time it should pick up the value from user.json. Let's just change something so that we are able to confirm. I will remove the form. So website should not open, it should only have demo in the URL. Let's check. Let's try again. Now try it. Let's try it again. Yeah, so it is able to pick the value. So there was a fix. Based on the username, it will be able to pick up the value from whatever file name is mentioned in the user data folder. So if you don't give any name, it will by default pick up from default.json. Okay. So now let's continue. Now we want to delete this. Yeah. Then after we need to fill the form, right? So to fill the form in automation, 1 second. This website we are using now. So we need to fill the full name, email, and things like that. So to fill these values, we need to have the locator for them. So we would inspect this element, get this, and copy. We can do copy selector. So this is the selector for this full name element. So similarly, we have a file called as locator.json where all these values are saved. So if you see, the values for all the locators for this website is already saved in a key value pair. So for full name, the locator is saved under the value. So if you search, it is the same thing. Similarly, we can use all the the locators over in locators.json using a key value pair and use the key to in the feature file to use these values. So it will become and user enters name. We need to give a name, right? Let's say Kumari sonam into input, so from locators whatever name we saved, right, full name. So it becomes user enters Kumari Sonam into input full name. So if we run it, it should enter Kumari Sonam in this line. So let's try to run it and see. We need to add a weight to be able to see it. And user weights, or in millisecond it is, so it will become, let's just wait for 5 seconds, okay, to be able to see it. See, it filled the Kumari Sonam, right? So that's how we can continue adding the steps. So in the example folder, the form is already filled. So similarly, it is the same thing. If we want to put a value directly, we can put it in here. If we want to pick up the value from a default.json file, so in default.json file, let's just say we want to add the name. In user we can add let's say name. Let's create something new. Validation form, only just name it form. Name, you can give Sarah. What else was there? Email. x@y.com. So we would be using these values. So it will become $form.name. The second thing we want to enter was the email. So let's copy this line, form dot, it will become email. That's what we saved, right? Email, yes. And it should not go in full name, it should go in, check the locator in locator.json, it should go in email. Make sure that the key value never repeats in this file, in the locators file. So now it should enter the email value x@y.com and name as Sarah. So let's just run it and check. And let's add a weight so that we are able to see. And user waits for 5000 milliseconds. Let's run it. See, it filled up Sarah and x@y.com. So similarly, we can write all these steps to fill the form. So you have now the basic idea. So now we saw that two ways, right? First, we can directly enter the value, whatever we want to enter in the fields. Otherwise, put a dollar symbol and pick the value from default.json and if we put a username in the command like double hash hyphen username equal to user, so what it will pick up from the file named user.json, which is in user.data file. So this much we have done. Now sometimes we need to generate random values to fill a form or something like that. So let's just say we are testing something and we want to enter a random value every time we fill the form. So what we would do, so it will become dollar symbol, so here in the background we are using chance.js. So the list, whatever list is present here, right, we will be able to use the values. So if we want to use the full name, right, let's just have a full name. See, name is there, right? So we can do dollar. So whatever name we give, right, it will become generate dot name. So it will generate a random name. Dollar symbol, add generate, then dot name or whatever value you want to do here, right? You should be able to do. So let's try to put, so this time it should add a random value to the form. Sorry, I ran the wrong command. See, it generated a random name to fill the value. So similarly, if we wanted to fill in a random email, so we could have done generate dot email. So it will generate a random email this time. See, it generated a random name and a random email to fill in. So now, so this is the way to generate a random value and add it. There is another way. We can generate a random value, add it, and then save the name to use it again. Let's just say a random name was generated and we wanted to fill in the same name somewhere else as well. So that we can do in a single run. So what we do, we go to factory.js. Here we add the thing which we wanted to generate. Let's just say we wanted to generate a full name. So we do factory.chance name. So it will become, so now if we want to use it and generate random and save it and use it again. So it will become dollar symbol user, because in factory.json, if you see, it is under factory.defined user, and then we would do it saved as full name. So user, because we want to save it, we put a _1 dot full name. So it will generate user1 and save it his full name. So if I use this value again, so it will save the random value which was generated and put it in the email field as well. So let's just try it. See, both times it generated a random Jonathan Soto and it added in the email field as well, because I was referencing it to it. But if I remove this _1, right, that _1 was important. So it will generate 2 random names twice. So if you check, and it won't save it. See, generated two random values and it didn't save it. So if you put a underscore 1, underscore any number, so using that number reference you can use that value again. If you don't put, so like if I put underscore 1, right, I can use it again. If I don't put anything, it will generate a random value. And if we directly want to generate random value and not depend on factory.js, we can simply do generate dot name or whatever directly is mentioned in chance.js. So if we wanted to generate a string, it would become generate dot string. So this is done. Now let's see how to use Chrome in default mode, debug mode. So let's close this Chrome window. So first to start, we need to open a new terminal. First we need to start Chrome in debug mode. So npm readme, here if you see, this is the command to run the Chrome in debug mode. So we are using port number 1234, so I will change the port number 1234 and start Chrome and select the profile. So now my Chrome is open in debug mode. So I will show you how to use it. Now to run our code in debug mode, we will go to default.json, set this implementation value to true. Now when I will run this code, right, I will run this code using command npm run watch. So when I run it, it will run the Chrome in the new window I have already opened. So if you see, it filled the name. Now what happens, what is the benefit of the debug mode? It does, so when the test is run, right, see, it did not close the window in which the test was running. So I can use the same window again. Let's just say I filled till email. Now I want to fill the phone number. So when I fill the phone number and I want to test if the phone number is filled properly or not, I don't need to fill the first two fields again, because it is already filled and I can directly continue from entering the phone number. So let's just write a step to enter the phone number. I will remove this wait. User, we can check in chance.js how to generate random phone number. So if you see phone mobile, phone, see, phone is there, right? So I can use phone. So I will do user generate dot phone. So it will generate a random phone number. Let's just put this correctly. It will become name and this will become generate dot email. So it will fill in random values, generate email. Let's just confirm once. Email, it will generate random email, name and phone number. So So we have already opened the website and filled the first field right over here. Let's remove this ad. So we don't, let's just say we directly want to fill the phone number and we don't want to go through the trouble of opening the website again and filling the form again. We can do that here. So we will simply first let's fix the locator for the phone number. So in locator.json, the phone number is saved as phone number. So I will put phone number over here. 1 second. Phone number over here and save it. Okay, the website ran again. So it filled the value. Let's just say we wanted to run it again, but we wanted to only run the last line. So we can comment all the other lines, save it. So it will only run the last line again. See, it didn't change the phone number, right? No, we cannot comment the web app line, sorry. So let's run it again. It should only change the phone number. See, it changed the phone number, right? So this is the benefit of debug mode. We can we don't need to close the field and it will increase as test speed. So that is all for web automation part of it. So basically you create a feature file, use the predefined steps. You pick up the value from default.json using directly enter the value without, if there is no dollar symbol, pick up the value from default.json based, or generate random values, or generate random value and save them using factory, putting a number. So like whatever is defined, right? So it will become user underscore one, full name, email, phone number, whatever you are using. So that is all. So now when the test case is run, right, it will save the report in report folder. So if you see, there is HTML formatted .html. So if you open this file, you will be able to see your test report. And then there is a screenshot folder which takes the screenshot of the test case after the test is run if it fails. I think that is all for web part of the automation.